Welcome back to Real Life Marketing. Hey, we're here again with our friend Edwin Deaborn, right? And remember, if you remember from last time, we're part of Lead Gen. We're not Generation X, we're not Generation Y or Z, and the joke's getting old now. But we're part of the Lead Generation, right? And it's kind of exciting. Today we're going to talk about video, right? Video, by the way, you should be doing video if you're not. But the question, Ed, is what type of video do people do?
That's actually a really good question because, in fact, that's probably the most common question I get. Okay, I'm excited. I want to do a video. What the heck are we going to do a video about, right? And in reality, what you have to understand first, before you create any content, whether it's this podcast or it's a video or a blog post, is what are people going to be searching for and be interested in? Because if you're doing a video that no one wants to watch about a subject that no one's interested in, who wants to create that video?
That's true.
Right. It's kind of like, people go to see movies that they find either exciting or intriguing or engaging at some level, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's people that want to go see a romantic movie or they want to see an action film. Mm-hmm. It's got the right actors. It's got the right storyline.
Right.
And so I think the difficult part is brands and small businesses and solopreneurs have a hard time finding the story within their product or service.
That makes sense.
So what I try to do is elicit out of them the points of interest, the points of storytelling, as small as they may be. It may seem uninteresting to the guy telling the story,
right? But
it's engaging to the guy who wants to know more about the person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So really it starts, I kind of reverse engineer it. Like, what are the questions? And I'll literally get a piece of paper and go, write down the top 10 questions that people ask you. So it may be, like we just did this video series for this veterinarian.
Dr. Ava Frick, Pet Rehab Center, Pain Clinic. She's amazing.
In St. Louis.
In Eureka, right outside of St. Louis.
Yeah. And, when we asked her to do a video, she was like, well, what do we do a video about? Well, what are the complaints? What are the problems? What are the symptoms that, the animals are walking in with? And of course, we found not only through interviewing her, but then we also, on the other side, you can find out what people are interested by finding out what people are Googling.
Right.
What's popular on YouTube? What's got a lot of searches? So between the brand, what questions they're being asked, and what's being searched for on Google, we kind of find the sweet spot, if you will, of the point of interest.
That's right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So there's different types of videos, just to hit that point again just a little bit. There's educational, where you can sit down and educate people on something. There's testimonial videos. There's answering the common questions. It's almost like a FAQ or a should be asked question type thing.
Yes.
And those are the seem to be the points that are the best video content. A little show and tell is a good thing. What else works? Well,
you have to remember that it's called a search engine. So they're searching. One of the most common words put in search engines is how.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How to fix my car, how to fix, my husband, how to fix my business, how do I sell? So what are the how questions?
Right. So how do I make a video? How do I
get more customers?
How do I get more customers?
How do I use Facebook?
Right.
See, these are videos that we could be doing. So let's see, a chiropractor. How to relieve my lower back pain.
Right. How do I sleep at night?
How do I sleep at night?
Yeah. How do I get rid of my headaches?
How do I get rid of my headaches?
Yeah. How much water should I drink every day? Everybody's got an opinion about that.
Totally.
Okay. So tell us about the transformational story.
Great. I had one of my first clients that I used with video marketing was they still use me, is a place called the Lost Bean, which is an organic coffee shop in Tustin, California, which is in Orange County. And I lived and worked there for many years, and it became my coffee house of choice. Really good coffee. And for 7 years, I've been walking in, buying my coffee, sometimes twice a day, literally every day for 7 years. And I got to know the business owner's name is Bodie. And, we sat down with Bodie and I said, hey, Bodie, how's it going? And he's like, well, I have to barely making it. And I'm like, after 7 years, it's got great coffee, great place. It's like your second living room. You know, it wasn't the lack of quality of business or performance. Everything internally was a great experience. He just didn't know how to get more business. Right. And so, like most business owners, he was working in the business and not working on the business. See, and I said, first thing I said, Bodie, you need to get out of being the barista and working on the internal processes. You've been doing this for 7 years. I think we've got the drill down. We need to drive in more business. I don't know how to do that. And this is very atypical of business people. They took out a big loan, they got the dream business, they're in it for all the right reasons, and they're not making it. So I said, let me sit down and let me just observe from a marketing perspective, even though I've been coming in and out for 7 years, let me just see what you do. And after about 4 hours walking around and talking to people, I said, I think I have what's going on. And I said, first of all, you, in all the 7 years that I've been coming here, you've never once asked me for my email address. The other thing is I observed is you're packed in the mornings, you offer lunch, but you're barely busy at lunchtime. And if you at least brought 30% of the people that came here for coffee back for lunch, without even getting more new customers, you'd increase your revenue by 10 or 20%. Because the coffee is $2 or $3, lunch is $10 to $12. So it's not only just the person coming back, it's the person coming back and spending a lot more. Right? Okay. So you've got this empty time called lunch. Number 2, you're not having anybody check in. And number 3, you've got this great story about your organic beans, and you're not telling that story in video. You're not sharing this warmth atmosphere on video. So we got a videographer. We did a short video. It's really great. It's about 3 minutes long. And we started to put it out on email and social media. We got one of the girls who was really big on Instagram because they're a younger crowd. We got them doing photos on Instagram. We had people started checking in on Facebook for a 10% discount.
That's great.
And we just started using the audience and video. Real simple basics. We just got in the basics. Within 6 months, we grew his revenue by 20%. Within 2 years, he opened a wine shop called The Lost Vine next door. And then, within 3 years, he had 2 more coffee places.
That's amazing. So that's the kind of video you could do as well. You could do a transformational video like that. And that's also an example of how you use the video to transform a business.
Yeah.
So you can tell that story. Oh, wait a minute. We just did tell that story. There you go.
We're using video I'm telling a transformational story using video. Now let's take the example that we just did. Every brand affects a person's life, and whether it's small or large, right? Like a life coach may save them off of drugs.
Sure.
That's a big transformation.
Big deal.
A small transformation may be, my house was dirty all the time, and I hired this house cleaning place. They came in, they did a wonderful job, and now I don't have to worry, be all introverted and depressed that my house is dirty. See, I came in 45 minutes, they transformed my house, it's affordable, my life's better.
Yeah.
That's a story of transformation.
Right.
And it's better if you have the customer tell the story of transformation, because it's got that authenticity and that what they call a third party endorsement, right? You got somebody else talking about your brand.
Right.
And that's very powerful, because in my business, one of the most common questions I get is, well, what have you done for others? So if I've documented that transformation, you saw Jim, the school, or the swim school that I videoed. Hey Jim, I just grabbed my iPhone, tell him what happened. Oh, the before, I'm out there handing out flyers. I only had a website. I didn't even do anything with my website. I had no videos, no Facebook, nothing. Then Edwin came. Then we did all these videos and Facebook, and here I am doubling my business.
It's awesome.
And it's just this raw, just Jim sitting in his backyard, and you're like, and I use that.
Yeah.
Transformational story, and they're like, well, what have you done? Here, watch this. And they're like, okay, legit.
Yeah.
It's not staged.
Right.
It's
just Jim.
It's just
talking.
Jim talking about the before, the transformation, and the after.
It's great.
And every brand can do that. Now, what do I do with that video? I upload it to my YouTube channel. I send it out on email. Hey, hey guys, watch this video. Look what I did for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I posted it on social media. I grab my phone. I show it in interviews when I'm trying to close somebody for my services. You see, that 2-minute video of that transformation, I now use as social proof of what I can do.
That's great.
Everybody that's watching this video is getting a result of some type.
Right. Or a tasty cup of coffee, some good back pain relief, a beautiful bacon flavored ice cream that you're eating. Bacon flavored ice cream.
Yes.
So whatever it is, they're getting a result.
That's right. It's a success or a testimony or a transformation, and this is what in the industry is referred to as user generated content.
Wow. Okay.
You're getting the audience. Now imagine, let me tell you an idea that anybody watching this video can use. And this is what I call word of mouse.
Word of mouse?
Word of mouse.
I like it.
Okay. Is what if I go back to the Lost Bean, I grab the iPhone and go, I want to do a video of why you love the Lost Bean. I load it up to YouTube and I'm going to send it to you. If I send you the video I made of you talking about the Lost Bean, would you share that video with your friends and family? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I give my guy his video of him. What is he going to do if I've kind of celebritized him a bit?
Well, I mean, he's going to use the hell out of it. He's going to share it all over the place. You know?
What did it cost me?
Nothing.
Right.
Basically.
And I've now proactively instigated word of mouth.
Right.
The Word of Mouth Marketing Association did a survey and said that 97% of the businesses cited word of mouth as their most successful form of advertising. Yet, those same 97% of the people said only 3% of them had a proactive word of mouth campaign.
It's like, yeah. I mean, that is the thing. It's like there's and we can talk about word of mouth for a whole nother hour, right? But word of mouth is the I talk about it in my talks. It's the oldest form of advertising. The caveman who created the original wheel, right, walked up to his buddy and he said, "Ugh," about this wheel over here, right? And there's where word of mouth probably started, right? Maybe earlier than that, it was about where to go hunt or something. But word of mouth is like it is the number one form of advertising on this planet. And you're right. You know, we talk about using email to do it. We give a guy a stack of our business cards. Video and social media is like the way to like take it off the chain.
It is. You just take that video. You make him the celebrity of your brand.
Mm-hmm.
You celebrate his transformation, his win. And then you make a video of him, and then you ask him to put it on his Facebook page.
That's great.
You ask him to text it to his friends. You ask him. Literally, that 2-minute video now hits 50 people.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Okay, so now let's multiply this. So let's say one of the baristas' job in the Lost Bean, you have to get one video of one customer per day and then send it to them.
Right.
And let's say it's the average person on Facebook has 250 followers.
Mm-hmm.
So what's 250 times 30 times a month?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, geez.
What's the potential reach?
That's like a lot. It's a lot of people.
And what does it cost you?
Nothing.
Right. Maybe the minimum wage girl has to do it a half hour a day.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying her in California $12 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it costs $6 a day to have a girl take her existing iPhone to create this content for this local viralness.
Oh my God. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great, you gotta take this advice, okay? All right, good. So we're gonna do a couple more episodes this week while Edwin's here in town, right? And we're happy to have him here. And thanks for joining us again for another episode of Real Live Marketing.